Hey folks, welcome back to Hyper FB Traffic. Now in this video, we have our Facebook profile totally set up. We have the wall info, photos, links, events, and video tabs, as well as the notes tab set up. We've entered our profile information, our contact information. We've uploaded our photograph for our profile, so everything's basically ready to go. Everything's presentable. You'll have everything set up the way you want it to be. Then what you can do is you can go through and find people to become your friends. And there's really two ways that you can do that. By going down here to the bottom, you'll see that Facebook does list your friends. What you want to do is you want to click the Find People You Know button. Now, when you're setting up your own personal Facebook profile, especially when you're not using it for business purposes and more for the purposes of gaining business contacts. So like I said earlier, as a business owner or anyone involved in any sort of business activities, you should be looking at your Facebook profile as a way to connect with other businesses in your market or related markets. As well, you can look at it as a way to connect with friends and high school acquaintances, things like that. So if you're going to do things that way, what you can do is you can go in, like I said earlier from one of the earlier videos, you can find your friends through your email contacts. You can also search for people by name, so you can enter in the name of someone who you know has a Facebook account or their email. You can also search for former high school classmates. So you're going to enter in your school name and your class year and search for classmates. You can also do the same by your place of work to search for coworkers. Same thing goes with university or college classmates. You'll enter in the name of the university or college, the year if you want, and then search for classmates that way. You can also use your instant messenger contacts. You can import your contacts from AOL Instant Messenger, ICQ Chat, Windows Live Messenger, and Skype. Okay, so if you have some Skype contacts or some Windows Live Messenger contacts that you want to find on Facebook, you just click Skype, enter in your Skype name and your password, and find friends. Okay, so Facebook itself gives you a lot of ways that you can find people that you already have connections with. Since you're probably not starting off this business from scratch, you're just starting your presence on Facebook as it relates to this business that you're operating. You're already going to have contacts, you're already going to have people that you know who already have Facebook accounts set up. Using these tools is going to be a very quick and easy way for you to find them and connect with them on Facebook. If you want to find people above and beyond that, though, what you can do is you can use the Facebook search box. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a very, very generic term. I know that the market that we're looking at involves pets. It's going to involve dogs and cats. Dogs and cats specifically, because the sort of offers that we're looking at are geared specifically towards those two types of pets. But as you know, within the cat and dog markets, there are thousands of different types of dogs and cats. So in case of dogs, there's German Shepherds, there's Pit Bulls, there's Dachshunds, there's Yorkshire Terriers. For cats, there's Himalayan, there's Siamese, short-haired, long-haired. So there's all different types of options. Okay. So depending on who it is that you're trying to market to on Facebook, it will affect the search terms that you're going to enter here into this search box. But this here is just for illustrative purposes. I'm just showing you the process that you're going to use. So I'm just going to go with a very generic pet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down here to where it says see more results for pet. And then what I can do is I can find people. Now in this case it's going to show me people who have the word pet in their name. So these people may own pets, but it's just that they're coming up in the search because that is included in their name. So they may not be the best people to look at. but I also have the option to search by pages. So these are Facebook fan pages that have been set up by other Facebook members that relate to my keyword. Okay, so Pet Society. When it gets awkward at someone's house, I pet their dog. I hate when that sad abused pet commercial comes on. I had a pet goldfish once, it died. I pretended to die in front of my pet to see how they react. So, sorry. For example, the when it gets awkward at someone's house, I pet their dog. What you can do is, this is a fan page that someone has set up. There are 550,000 people who say they like this. Okay, everyone who is listed as someone who likes this page is someone who could potentially be interested in the offer that you have to market on Facebook. Okay, so you can actually go through and look at the different people who like this page and then start to target those people. Okay, same thing. My pet is a part of the family, not just an animal. Okay, so there's a list of some of the people who like this page. You can also see, by just clicking on just others, I can also see any posts that fans of this page have made. Okay, so there's so Giovanna, this is my pet, is the furry member of the family, provides a picture of her pet, actually goes through and answers some questions that people have posted about the pet. It has really weird looking eyes, so it's a dachshund. Here's another one. So these people here are people who could potentially be interested in an offer that you have that relates to dogs. So the Buy Petapaws offer that we talked about in one of the earlier videos, that could be something that would interest this person or this person. So since you are in the dog market and or the pet market, excuse me, these are people that you could create relationships with. And so the process is the same for groups. Okay, it's the same for applications. It's also the same for events. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to go through all the different results. You're going to click on, so the pet collection has just over 1,000 monthly active users. Okay, so I can see all the posts made by others. These are all people here that could be interested in what it is that I have to offer. Now this page has 93 fans. I can see all the fans by clicking on See All. These are all people that I could potentially add as friends. Now I don't want to go and add all of them at once. Facebook, like Google, has a pretty good idea of what constitutes normal Facebook activity and what doesn't. It's very unlikely that someone's going to log into Facebook on their first day and within the first 30 minutes or an hour of creating their account, they're going to go and add 500 friends. A normal person, a normal Facebook user does not exhibit that kind of activity. When you show that kind of activity, that sets off red flags with Facebook, letting them know that, hey, something is up with this person. They're not exhibiting normal behaviors that we would expect. That's going to cause them to flag your account, which is going to give you problems. So you definitely want to keep your invites to a minimum. Within the course, there is specific direction as to the number of people that you should be inviting each day. You'll want to refer to that to get a better idea. But basically, the process of finding your friends is going to be the process that I've gone through here. You'll use the search box to find people who have interests related to your market. In the case of, just because I want to show you that it's not going to always be people's names showing up. Let's see. Yeah, see, these ones are all still showing dog. Let's try. Just going to try a breed of dog because that should hopefully get rid of. Boston German. No, see, it's still going to show. Looks like people have Facebook pages actually set up for their dogs. Okay, so you are going to find in some cases what's going to happen is the keywords that you use here. So let's say, there we go. Okay, so the band U2. If I search for U2, what's going to happen is because there's no users on here who are using U2 as their username, like there is with German Shepherds and dogs and pets, what it's actually going to show me is it's going to show me people who list U2 as one of their activities or interests. Okay, so in this case, all of these people somewhere on their profile list U2 as one of their favorite bands. Makes sense that since these people list U2 as their favorite band, that some of these 427 people are going to be targeted to an offer that I have that relates to U2. Okay, now obviously that's not the market that we're going after in this case. I just wanted to show that the profiles, the people aren't always going to show up with the keyword actually in the profile itself. It just so happens that pet and dog are so common of words, and German Shepherd seems like people are really into their animals so much that they create Facebook profiles for them. So that kind of skewed the results that we were getting. I wanted to be able to show you that that's not always the case. So if you're using like a band like U2 or a movie like, say, Avatar. Okay, now Avatar again. See, because Avatar is a common enough word, it's not necessarily always going to show me people that show a like or an interest in that movie. It's not always going to show me those results. It's also going to look for the keyword Avatar. So this person here happens to have a business by the name of Avatar Arts, or she set up her profile by that name, so that's going to come up in the results you get. Okay, so once you have found some people that you want to add as friend, you'll obviously click the Add as Friend button, go through the process of adding them as friends. As I warned earlier, though, you don't want to just go through and add a whole bunch of people at once. You do want to rein in your requests. Only do a handful a day. Keep it to a minimum because Facebook is watching. They do know what regular and irregular activity is on their network, and they're going to flag you and they're going to take your account and delete it or deactivate it if they find that you're just being a little bit too overzealous. Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed this video. And in the next video, we're going to move on to a new type of page that you can set up on Facebook, and that is a Facebook fan page. Okay, so I'll see you in the next video.